best buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today I have 3 different size paper bags. Oops, one is a glassine bag, but you can use all paper bags if you wish. Now these do not have bottoms. They are completely flat. They are very easy to make, so you can make your own bag if you wish. However, I do have 3 bags here that are pre-made. Now my largest paper bag is 12 inches by 10 inches. My medium size printed paper bag is 7.5 by 5. And my small bag here is a glassine bag that I've coffee dyed, and it's 4 inches by 6.5 inches. Let's start creating. I have my large paper bag right here, and it's pretty large. Like I said, it's 12 inches by 10 inches. I want to fold it the long way, 3 inches. So I'm just going to fold it just like this. So now it is only 7 inches wide, and it is still, well, actually it's 13. I should say it's 13 inches long. It's not 12, it's 13. All right, so then let's fold it in half like this. So I have got a pocket here, and I'm actually going to use this bag this way. I'm going to have it fold out like this. I'm going to take my smallest bag. It happens to be glassine, and I coffee dyed it. It's 4 inches by 6.5, and we're going to fold it up about 1.5 inches. Actually, it's 1 3/4 inches, somewhere close to that. So we have it folded 2.5 inches or so. It's about. Alrighty, so now we have these that look just like this, and I'm going to be using my art glitter glue, and I'm going to glue this to make a pocket. So just adding glue on the sides of my folded area. Before I glue my larger bag down, I'm going to use my vintage photo and my sponge, and I'm going to ink up all the edges on this larger paper bag, as well as I'm going to ink up all the edges on my smaller bags as well. I have all my pieces all inked up. I fussy cut a lot of the ephemera out. I back some of them with some coffee dyed index card, and then I chose not to back others. So my tags are backed. Vintage postcards are printed on cardstock. These are Roxy's creations, and these little seed pockets are chapter 1 papers. I just thought the colors went very nicely, so I'm mixing some of my kits. I do that a lot. A whole lot. All right, so back to where we were here. I also brought in a couple of coffee dyed doilies. This is our bag. I'm going to use it with our pocket like here. We open it up, we're just going to pull it down. And I think what I'd like to do is glue this little folded area over. I'm going to glue it here and right here in the fold so that we're going to have a nice little tuck spot there. Before I do, I have some more of those digitals from my Porch Prints kit, and I think it would be super cute to put them here. Now I'm thinking maybe one inside the pocket like that, and then one on the pocket. But I think I'd like to have it torn on the edge. So I have my tear ruler here, and I'm going to move this away. I'm going to just tear a little bit of the page away. I'm going to use this one right here on the edge. So it's going to be like this, and I actually think I might bring it in a little bit just to show the edge of the paper bag. It's such a pretty color of bag, and I'm going to ink up my torn spot. It just accents and really draws attention, and I think finishes off that torn look. Now on this one, I thought I'd put the picture on the pocket area. So I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to tear this side right here. And with my vintage photo, I'm going to ink up the edge. Let's glue this down. I'm just looking to see. I'm going to leave a little bit of a space like that, and maybe a space here. So if I leave a space down there, I'm going to go ahead and ink the bottom of this up, and I'm going to ink the top of this up. Let's do this one first. I'm going to use my Yoo-Hoo glue stick. Then I'm going to take my art glitter glue. Now there's a pocket here, but we're not going to use it as a pocket down there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this shut, adding my little picture. And then up here, let's take our Yoo-Hoo glue stick. Let's glue this down. Lifting this up. That's why we didn't glue it down yet. Yeah, you don't want to glue it down and then not being able to get it back up. And then I can tear this right here. So it's going to look like this. I know that's so hard to see. How about that? That's a little better. And it goes down like this. So it opens up. This is the front. And it opens up like this. Okay, so I'm going to, actually, I think I'll just trim it out if I can. Yeah, that's fine. And then I think I can do the same thing here. Now a little bit of the ink. Before I glue this pocket down, I'd like to add a doily in here. I just think that might be really sweet to finish it off. And I'm thinking that I actually might want to tear this doily in half. We'll see how that works about tearing a doily. I'm not sure. We're going to find out, aren't we? Okay. I think I might add my doily like that, just so it's opposite. And I'm not sure I want to stick it into that pocket. I think I'm just going to put it right on the edge of the pocket. Doilies, I think, are kind of tricky to glue down. I'm going to use my sponge. I'm just going to kind of run my sponge over my doily, adding my glue to the solid part of my doily. My glue is oozing out a little bit, so I'm just going to daub it with a tiny piece of a paper towel. All right, I'm very happy with that bottom part. Now let's go ahead and let's glue this top part down. Just going to trim off the excess of my doily that's hanging over the edge. All right, so this is our paper bag, our front, and then you open it up and it's like this. Let's go ahead and put our glue here like I spoke of earlier. Just gluing it shut. So now we have a very large side pocket on the bottom and a very large side pocket on the top. Super cute. Now let's talk about our front. I saw Lori Girl on the Ridge, and she put a doily inside the pocket, and I thought that was brilliant. I'm not really sure how she did it. I can't quite remember, although I do remember she did it, and I thought, goodness gracious, I really think that's pretty. So let's do something like that, maybe if we can. I think I'm going to cut right here and right here so I can slip it down into my bag. What do I think about this? I think that's super cute. Do we want to add our bag on there now? Do we want both of our bags on the front? Or maybe just one? I love the color of this with this. I think that really ties a lot of it in. And I'm thinking that we can actually maybe tack this down so that we can still have our pocket here, our pocket here, or now pocket here, and we probably could even have a pocket back behind. I think that might be awesome. as I look at this, I see that I want to ink this up. I think I shall glue these two together, and I need to cut the bottom out. So first, let's glue it together. And I don't know about this glue stick with this. I'm thinking maybe it's a bad idea. But I'm going to just kind of put a little bit of glue like that on there. And then, I didn't rub it because I didn't want the glue to come, you know, squish through on the other side. But I am going to add a little bit of my art glitter glue. Let's see how that does. That's definitely a lot sturdier. Now we're going to cut, well, if we're not going to put it through there, we don't need to cut the bottom, right? We're going to just glue it. No, that's not how she did it, but we're just going to glue it on the back of my pocket, and so we can still have a pocket here. It's just going to be a little bit of decoration right there. All right, so that is definitely, so I don't need to cut the bottom out like that. Super cute, super cute. Now, how much of it do I want to stick out? That's the question. Do I want a lot? Do I want just a little? And do I want to do any stamping around? I think stamping might be what I'm seeing in my head. I have my StazOn Timber Brown and my paragraph stamp, and I'm just going to stamp here and there. It's not going to be seen everywhere, but I just want a hint of stamping on there, something like that. I've got my half a doily that we glued together, and let's just glue it in there. Maybe if it sticks out about that much. So that's about right here. All right. Now I gotta make sure I don't accidentally glue this bag closed. Now back to my bags. Do I want to put it like this? How do I want to tip them? Maybe tip something like this. I think I want them on the larger paper bag. I think maybe tipped like this. So I think I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and here. I didn't really mean to add, I don't want to glue it down yet, so yeah, that's why I picked it up, because I added glue there and I saw that it was too much. But let's glue this down. So this is still going to be a pocket here. That's what I'm after. I'm after still being able to have a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. Oh my goodness, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then 6. Oh, goodness gracious, that's a lot of pockets on the front, right? We're sticking off just a little bit. I could move it up more. I could move it down. I'm not sure really. Oh, I could turn it, like completely turn it like that, and then we're completely on. Yeah, I really didn't want my bags to be off of my larger paper bag. I have some beautiful Sari silk here from Crimson Heart Studios. I'll link her shop. And I've got this also, that beautiful color. I want to go ahead and I want to glue this down. Now think, Cathy, you have to glue here, 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 and here, but not on the top. So, because this is going to be a pocket. So with that said, we'll put the glue only on the sides and the bottom. And then we're going to tip it so that this stays, well, it's not going to be a pocket if you get glue all over the place. Okay. Does anybody else talk to themselves like this? I am constantly talking to myself, and I think I saw somewhere, somebody did a video or something, they call it stimming when you talk to yourself all the time. Goodness gracious. I didn't know it had a name. But anyway, that's what it said. I'm not sure. Nor do I really care, because this is just how I've been all my life. Alrighty. So, we need some lace, guys, there. So I don't want to glue that down, but I was thinking maybe we could put a little bit of lace along the side here. I could even fold it over to the back. I want to make sure I keep my pocket. Okay, pocket, pocket. That's going to make it a smaller pocket if I glue that down. I could not glue it down and just have it lift up like that. Actually, I'm going to use my tacky glue. And I'm going to add my glue right along the side here like this. And then popping my lace on there. And I think I'm going to put it on maybe something like that. And then I'm going to roll it over. I can't roll it over there. I have to open it up, Cathy, because that's a pocket. Roll it over. How are we going to like that? With that like this. Everything except for the scalloping. I don't want the scallop. So I'm going to use my scissors that are not really for fabric, because I kind of want it jaggedy. I don't want it to be pretty. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I don't want it to be pretty. Oh boy. Yeah, well, I guess that's because it's a junk journal and we just want it to look used and worn and old. And yeah, we want it to look like that. That's my explanation for we don't want it to look pretty. Open it up and then stick it on there like that. That'll be fine. I'm using my tacky glue again. I have to be careful that that doesn't get glued shut because it's still wet. Oh my goodness, I'm really liking how this is coming together. It's super cute. But do I want to use it like that? I think I do. So let's see, if we stick it in there like that, we have it come out and only to the edge. Now I do have my hot glue gun and it's warmed up, so I think I'm going to switch to my hot glue gun. Otherwise I'm going to be worried about everything sticking together. I have a Sure Bonder high temp with that special tip, and I want some on my bag to show at the bottom. I want it to show at the top, so I think I'll just add my glue like this, maybe something like that. The kit that I prepared had these beautiful tags, and I backed them with some coffee dyed cardstock, the small little tags. It had a fussy cut, had a few fussy cuts, and I thought these would be gorgeous stuck into the pockets that we just made. I'm going to pop a hole into these tags. We're going to need a little bit of Sari silk stuck in those holes. So if we pop it into here, maybe into here, and then there's that one. Oh, that looks so cute, right? And then maybe we could just pop that one there. Oh, the front of this is looking wonderful. Let's add a little bit more. Maybe this fussy cut would be cute right here. Maybe a little bit of net back behind it would be a nice way to set it off. I have my silicone stick, which is going to help me give it a little bit of movement by helping me kind of gather it and twist it and fold it so that it doesn't just lay completely flat. Then you pop this on here like that. That said, I'm going to add, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun so it gets stuck on there and I don't have to worry about it. You see the net right there? I'm really liking that, but it still needs a little something. I made a bow here, and I'm thinking maybe if I pop it right here, I'll still be able to use my pockets. I have a pocket right here I haven't stuck anything in, guys. Oh my goodness. I have these seed pockets. Oh, that's pretty cute. Alright, so on this seed pocket, I really almost need some kind of closure on that, right? This is a 1-inch hole punch. It's bigger than this circle right here. It's cardstock. Just glue this one and this one together, and then I'm going to glue. I need 2 more circles. I need to ink those circles up and glue these 2 circles together. Then with these 2, we're going to just pop a little hole in there, and I think I'm just going to use my awl. So I've got both of those circles, the ones that we glued together. I'm going to put a little hole in here. I'm going to put a little hole in here because we just have these small little brads. And I'm going to put my brad through my hole and through this one and open it up. Now this seed pocket is just printed with copy weight paper. So I'm hoping this is not going to be too much for this. But I'm going to glue this on here like that. I'm going to use my glue gun. I'm hoping this is going to be okay, guys. I've never done it with copy weight paper before, but there's always a first time, right? So I'm just gluing it on the flap. All right, I found this natural polished hemp cording, which is fairly lightweight. We're putting the cording between the 2 circles that we put together with the brad. Just tying a knot. If I stick something in here, that might be the real ticket. Make it stronger. Stick a postcard inside and then go around. Pop it like that. Okay, super cute. We put that there, and maybe we just put a little bit of sari silk right down here at the bottom. All right, so this is going to go here, and I'm actually, if I glue that on there, I can still get this in and out. Everything still works well. So I'm going to grab my glue gun. I'm going to go right across there. And on this, I think I'll just twist it and glue it right down here like that. I think that turned out great. Oh yeah, we were going to put a little bit of something, sari silk down here. I wanted a little wider piece. Right here, maybe the bottom of the flower can. Right down here. So I wanted to show you how it all turned out. So this is the front cover. I added a few flat back pearls right here. And then it opens up like this. And right here, I put a journal. So it's just coffee dyed papers, a little net ruffle, and some sari silk. There's a pocket on the front, and then just a few pages that you can journal on. I did sew with my machine around the edge, and I also sewed in the signature. And it is right here is that pocket, right there at the top. So we fold it down, and right here I made another little tuck spot with a couple of tags, and I made another little type of journal or piece of ephemera from a paper bag. And I have a pocket, a tuck spot right here that I need to tuck something into it, so maybe a little journaling card. And then inside we have another journaling card. And then inside here we have yet another journaling card. So there's 3 spots right there that you can pop something into. And then down here I made a little belly band. And I've got a little flip book right here. And just put a little fussy cut in the center. I did staple this one, so it's stapled. I've got some lace covering the staples. And here I have a fold out. So lots of journaling space here. It just folds out so you have lots of area, and it pops right into this side loading pocket. I really like how this bag journal has turned out using lots of layering of our paper bags. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.